I don't want to set the world.
The internet seemingly has unlimited opportunities, but yet it still has given rise to political polarization. With the rise of the alt-right and the far left in the case of Antifa, the internet seems to keep on fueling hateful ideologies. I want you to be aware of this. Be mindful on how you can act.
And that one is you. No other is you.
The alt-right is writing through the internet. This is because they are incredibly tech-savvy. They have created an entire parallel universe with alt-right social media apps and platforms, such as Gab, alt-right Twitter, GoFundMe, alt-right Kickstarter, and something even more fascinating, wasp.love, a social media dating site for the alt-right, so even neo-Nazis can find someone to love. But the problem with these alt-right websites, besides promoting hateful ideas, is that they're not really sustainable, and they often just have a small core audience. A better way to promote your ideas is not to use these platforms, but rather to become an influencer. So a lot of these alt-right media personalities go on social media platforms such as YouTube, and what they do is they speak directly into the camera and film in intimate places such as their bedroom. This is so they can be seen as accessible, approachable, and authentic. This is done so YouTubers seem like a friend or someone to guide you, to form a parasocial relationship. What this does is it creates echo chambers of far-right ideas. But although this may seem harmless because at least it's only on the internet, it won't ever harm anyone. What happens when it does actually manifest in the real world? Witness Charlottesville and January 6th Capitol riots. These riots and rallies were planned online through social media platforms. And that is one of the driving factors because of online ideas promoted through YouTube or the likes, or them planning on these social media platforms. But a question arises from the existence of the alt-right on the internet. Should they get a platform to spread their hateful views, which gets hundreds of thousands of views? Or should they just be censored alt-right? If so, does it infringe their freedom of speech? Karl Popper stated this question: the paradox of tolerance. If a society, a democratic society, is to be tolerant, does it also have to be tolerant of those who are bigoted? So must we tolerate the neo-Nazis? Should we give them the right of freedom of speech? Or must we completely censor them alt-right? Who would censor them? The government? Wouldn't that lead to tyranny? Or should the public do so? Well, these are very complex questions with very long answers. But Antifa has an answer to these problems. It's a simple one. Just punch a Nazi in the face. What is Antifa? It's a group of people that fights against anything they deem fascist. They dress up in all black, and they are young and angry. They often fight against fascists on the online world or in the physical world. Antifa uses the online world to dox, to have meme wars with the alt-rights, which just turns out to be threats of violence, and DDoS, the last thing being illegal under South African law. In fact, one of these victims of Antifa's doxing happened to be a Latino family, because they just got it mixed up. But similarly to the alt-right, it can manifest in the physical world. Witness Berkeley, California. Antifa often has counter-protests. In this case, it was an anti-Marxist protest. This protest stated that no white supremacists or no neo-Nazis was welcomed. But yet, Antifa showed its dark side. Antifa assaulted bystanders while causing an upwards of $100,000 in property damages. Antifa says they are anti-fascist, but yet they are more than that. They are anti any perspective they disagree with. Yet social media encourages this. Antifa often has places on Reddit or Twitter where they gather and discuss these ideas, which just reinforms echo chambers. They also discuss how they can protest this.
We were playing in the sand.
If there's anything I want you to take away from this video, it's not that the world has gone to hell, there's no hope whatsoever, but rather just to be self-aware. These people on the internet portray their ideas and beliefs as something morally correct, as a guideline, or someone to be your friend, or even fighting an objectively morally evil cause, such as fighting against fascism. But yet, these two movements, the alt-right and Antifa, still cause damage in the real world. Don't be like them. Try and avoid you being sucked into these echo chambers where you have to find a way.